It's Madden NFL 22, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Packers and the Bills on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4. About ready to get us going. And we are underway from Brooklyn. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback. And they take him down. The Bills get to it. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Spins by. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
We got this.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout. And we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Second and 11. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And
this is caught, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big gain there for the Bills. Here we go now on 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The numbers for Jones last week, 19 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense, because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat? In every meeting with reporters this week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. And now hold everything here for the challenge. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big gain there for the Bills.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This is taken at the 18. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll set up a throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Oh, Adams, what a grab. Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Come on, let's go!
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play here for the Bills. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll look to throw again.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Quintez Cephus,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker with the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
This one swung out here to Jones.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Pulled in at the 24. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They've got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. The gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Chris Barnes.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now, hold on here, we've got an injury. Well, that's Devontae Adams, the wide receiver down on the ground here. We'll check on his status when we get back.
2nd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack, but the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Back to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. They're going to look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A big gain there for the Bills.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now back to throw, rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Packers' D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Bills. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression, that was a nice play.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On second down now, it's Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Packers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First down, Packers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Touchdown, Packers! Adam Troutman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Got some space here. And he'll be out right at the 35. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Steps away to his left. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jalen Waddle with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold, and he's brought down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Back to throw again. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And it's a Packers touchdown. Adam Troutman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big gain there for the Bills. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. Pass on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Packers down by 2 touchdowns. 1:54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Back to throw now on first down. And this one too low.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And the Bills getting set to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, one of the receivers streaking down the field, and everyone's thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll set up a throw.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Flushed out right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Kyle Pitts
is 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Bills are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And it's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every